Our cover story tonight is from America, which is reeling under a record-breaking storm. Hurricane Michael made landfall in Florida last evening. It was traveling at a speed of 250 kilometers an hour, uprooting trees and tearing buildings apart in its path. The pictures speak for themselves. Take a look.
Roofs torn off, trees uprooted, neighborhoods flooded.
So low, the wind is disgusting. Yeah, it's bad. More awning is just blown off of the front.
Hurricane Michael, the strongest storm to hit America since 1992, brought with it winds traveling at a speed of 250 kilometers an hour. Such was the ferocity of the hurricane that the storm was even visible to astronauts at the International Space Station. The hurricane hit northwest Florida at around 2 a.m. local time, destroying everything that came in its path. Officials said that 2 people were killed by falling trees. Thousands of homes and businesses were left without electricity.
I prayed a lot. I was in a bunker, almost a bunker, and just prayers. And how half of this missed us, I have no godly idea.
64 years, and this is my first time I went through one. That I worked for the power company and retired, so I saw a lot of storm duty, but this one here was the worst I've seen. So it was good. You see what it did around here. It snapped trees like they were toothpicks. It was nothing to it. So I'm glad I was still here. I'm glad I survived. I'm glad the car made it. Everything was close, and so it all worked out.
More than 370,000 people in Florida were ordered to leave, but many chose to stay back. Even the most powerful leader in the world was feeling helpless before Michael. He sent this message to those who were in Florida when the storm hit.
I say, God bless you all. That's my message, because that's what it is. The storm is there. I mean, that storm is there. It's sort of too late to do anything about it now from the standpoint of moving.
While the wind speed dropped on Thursday, residents in Florida now face the risk of a flood. The storm has led to a significant rise of water levels in rivers. If the rainfall continues, it could lead to life-threatening flash floods. Bureau Report, Wion.
While America is battling Hurricane Michael, India's southern states of Odisha and Andhra Pradesh have been hit by Cyclone Titli. The distance may be thousands of kilometers, but the destruction is no less. The cyclone has left 8 people dead. Power and communication lines have been snapped. Coastal villages are completely cut off. Here's more.
Cyclone Titli wreaked havoc in 2 Indian states on Thursday morning. The storm was traveling at a speed of 126 kilometers an hour. The intensity of the cyclone is best described by these images. The Palsa railway station in Andhra Pradesh was completely destroyed. Odisha seems to have felt the maximum impact of the cyclone. Around 300,000 people were evacuated from low-lying areas here. More than 1,000 relief camps have been set up for them. But in both states, Cyclone Titli has destroyed huts, uprooted trees and snapped power and phone lines. teams from the National Disaster Response Force have been deployed at several affected areas. While the cyclone is expected to die down, the worst may not be over for some locals. The Indian Meteorological Department predicts heavy to very heavy rainfall at some locations in the next 24 hours. The rain could affect the relief efforts on the ground. The spread of communicable diseases is also feared. Bureau Report, Wion.
Sri Lanka has rejected claims by the US that China might establish a forward military base at the strategic Hambantota port. That's on lease to Beijing. Last year, Sri Lanka granted China a 99-year lease on the deep sea port. This is after it was unable to repay Chinese loans for the $1.4 billion project. And last week, US Vice President Mike Pence had said that Hambantota may soon become a forward military base for China's growing blue water navy. The port is situated along key shipping routes. It is one of the string of infrastructure projects in Asia, Africa and Europe that China is funding under the Belt and Road Initiative. Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and his office have said that there would be no foreign military presence at Hambantota. He said, and I quote, "Our Navy's Southern Command is being relocated in Hambantota to control port security." India has been concerned about growing Chinese interest in Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, China and the US are taking turns to woo this country. In August last year, remember, the US announced a nearly $40 million grant to boost Sri Lanka's maritime security. At the same time, China has pledged to increase funding of Sri Lanka's economy, but the International Monetary Fund has warned Colombo of its sky-high debt pileup.